Here's the bonus question for you, which is, what if we wanted the windows to be broken? How would we do that? And there's two answers. One is, which is probably the most common way of doing it, through texturing. We can create a texture that's going to give us that look, that will be transparent where the glass is broken. And the second way, which is less common, is by creating holes in the geometry. Alright, so let's look at how we could do this, since it is modeling we are doing here. But rather than doing it on the window, I'm just going to show you how it works on a cube, and you'll see why. So let's create a cube, or let's create a plane in fact, and let's move it out of the way. Okay, and we can use split polygon to do that. For example, what if we wanted to do something like this? Well, I can use edit mesh, split polygon, but not with the default settings. So I'm going to reset the settings and show you what we need to do. We need to uncheck split. So we don't need to snap, and we don't want to split only from edges. But still there are limitations, so I can't do, for example, just click in the middle like that. It's not doing anything. If I do that again, so edit mesh, split polygon tool with the same settings, then I can do, you see, I can start from an edge, that's fine. And then if I finish on the same edge, it doesn't work. So what I can do is I can start from an edge and then finish on another edge. That's fine. Okay, so that's all I'm allowed to do. Now, having done that, I can continue. I'm going to hit G to do the same thing again. I can continue to break things wherever I want, and then enter, and then that allows me, by creating that face, actually I've just done something really messy here. See, I went back the way, so let me just grab this point here and move it. Let's move it in this direction. Do something like this. Having done that, I can now select this face and delete it. Okay, and there's some geometry I don't need, but I could delete those edges. So if I select this edge, hit backspace, and now it's gone. So I've got a hole. So we could use this technique and apply it to the window. So I'm just going to demonstrate that to you on the window. Let's delete this. And I'm going to make a copy of my glass pane just to show you. I renamed that plane and I called it glass pane. I'm going to do Control D. I'm going to hide this one, and we're going to work on a broken one, so glass pane broken. And let's assume we want to do, let's say this one, right, which is going to start in the middle of the window. And for that to work, I need to split the glass pane in the middle. Let's move to mode 4, and let's hide this, and I'm going to go split polygon, or sorry, insert edge loop from here. Okay, and just in case we want to do some more, I'm just going to split the polygon more. Let's see, where is it? I'm doing it at the top one. So let's just do one here. That will do actually. And because everything is nicely organized, almost, I could actually hide the frame to see what I'm doing a bit better. So Control H, and then I can just focus on this. Which is why it's useful, see, if it was completely transparent, I wouldn't see anything, so I couldn't do any work. But because it's not completely transparent, I can still work with it. Right, so now I can just do my splits, edit mesh, split polygon tool, and let's take a look. I'm gonna do it from, and it's really inconvenient to see this, so let's just hide it. Okay, and let's do the split again. Split polygon, so let's say something like this. I'm not following the exact same profile, but if I wanted to, now I could go back in and say, alright, these points need to be more here and then here, something like that. But now the break goes here. So having done this, I'm going to do split polygon between here, and that's the kind of break we have. Okay, and now I can go to faces, delete that face, and that's us. So now we have a hole in the glass. If we're doing a close-up and we want to get, see, glass is not infinitely thin, nothing is, right? So we want thickness for everything. So if we're really close, we can see it. Therefore we would need to select our edges. Let's say we're doing a shot from here and we need to do an extrude. I'm gonna go to the global axis, and then maybe the glass is that thick. Okay, and we have created our glass with a hole in it. Let's put everything back together. So Shift H to unhide this. Let's have this cube, Shift H. The glass pane is going to remain hidden because we've got the broken one now. We're going to keep both of them. These are, let's rename these, that's bad to have them called pcube1, etc. So I think it's called astragal, so let's call it that way. 1. See, if I had done it the first time after I did the first one, I wouldn't have to rename because it would have copied this one and called it astragal 2, 3, etc. So that's why you want to be organized from the start, astragal 3. Okay, and I think we're going to create, so let's put these, so middle drag in window, and I'm going to group these, Control G, and that's going to be the frame, window frame, and now I'm going to group these, Control G, that's going to be the glass, and middle drag to window, and now I've got my window organized neatly with the frame and with the glass. So I can select either very easily. If I want to work more on the glass, I can select the frame, hide, and hide. And that is it for our window.